Okay, today is a day of great celebration and joy. I received my two Balikbayan boxes from the United States. They were shipped on November 21st, and today is January 29th, so it took approximately 8 weeks for them to get here. Usually it's 6 weeks. It actually took 6 weeks to reach Manila. Then there was a little bit of a delay getting them here. I'm not sure why, but it's cool. These Balikbayan boxes are each 24 by 18 by 24 inches. I'm a stupid, stubborn American, so we never went to the metric system, so I don't know how many centimeters that is. But they're actually pretty big. These are the jumbo size, and you can actually stuff a lot of material in there. This was sent through LBC Shipping, which is one of the big shipping conglomerates in the Philippines. The rate is usually $65 to $85 per box. There's no weight limit. If you can stuff it in the box, they will ship it. It's shipped via sea, of course, hence the low cost for the shipping. And typically, Balikbayan boxes are sent to Filipinos in the Philippines from overseas foreign workers, sending home like giant care packages, stuffed usually with Spam, shampoo, toothpaste, that sort of stuff. And some of them get really heavy. Actually, the guy who picked up my boxes was kind of happy because he didn't have to pick up 700 pounds worth of Spam, because they like Spam in the Philippines. It's delicious. So what I'm going to do right now, again, if you're coming to the Philippines, if you're thinking about moving over here, this is a good way to ship some of your goods over. I think I paid $80 for each of mine, but the guy comes literally into your house with a two-wheel dolly. They pick it up, and they give you the bill of lading and all that stuff. Customs did not go through my Balikbayan boxes. Now, they say you're not supposed to ship electronics, but from what I hear, a lot of people ship electronics. What they're trying to do is stop people from trying to bring stuff over here wholesale, like buying 600 phones and bringing them over here and trying to sell them, because sometimes phones are cheaper in the U.S., unless you're getting Cherry Mobile, which is pretty awesome for $100. Anyways, so customs did not go through my stuff. Usually what they do, from what I hear, is they'll take a whole shipping container and they'll go through all the boxes. So they must just pick out like 2 or 3 shipping containers per ship or something and then go through them. You can't obviously send drugs, guns, anything like that through Balikbayan boxes. And you're not supposed to send electronics, but luckily there was no problem. And again, these are 24 by 18 by 24 inches. And it's a pretty good deal. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass the camera over to my trusty minion, Michelle, and I'm going to show you some of the clothes that I brought over here. Alright, so right here are the clothes that I brought in my Balikbayan boxes. Please excuse the mess. I'm a bachelor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the exciting things. This is such an exciting video. All the exciting things that I brought with me, and talk about some of the things that I shouldn't have brought with me and some of the things that I should have brought with me that I didn't bring. Alright, first off, we have t-shirts. I brought a lot of t-shirts. T-shirts are good. You're going to wear t-shirts a lot here because it's hot, it's humid. You're going to be changing clothes quite a bit, so it's good to have a good stock of t-shirts. Also, if you're a big guy, if you're rotund, kind of heavy like I am, it's hard to find your size in the Philippines. So again, it's probably good to bring a good supply of t-shirts with you. Polo shirts, on the rare occasions that you go out and dress up for whatever occasion, it's good to have some polo shirts. Of course, these are all purchased at Goodwill. They're all Polo and Ralph Lauren and Brooks Brothers. I love Goodwill in Boston, Massachusetts. Yo, my peeps, shout out. Long sleeve t-shirts. Now, you might think, okay, it's hot, it's humid, you don't need long sleeve t-shirts. Wrong. The sun here is merciless, especially if you're pale like I am. When you're on your motorcycle, when you're on your scooter driving around the islands, it's really good to have long sleeve t-shirts. So I wouldn't just Balikbayan them, I'd actually bring at least one with you when you come over on the plane. I got a little assortment here, Quincy Animal Shelter, some other ones. And also it gets cool here on occasion. We've had a low pressure area for the past 3 weeks, and it's been cool in the morning, not cold. The Filipinos make it look cold because they have on jackets, hats, scarves, earmuffs, all kinds of stuff, and they're shivering. But it's good to have some long sleeve shirts. I actually have a thermal that I brought with me, and I've actually used it on a couple mornings. Tank tops. Tank tops are useful. Again, it's hot, it's humid. The thing about wearing tank tops around though is you start to look like the stereotypical foreigner walking around in tank tops, cargo shorts, sandals with white socks, sometimes a Hawaiian shirt. So just keep that in mind, but tank tops are good. Again, I go to the gym too, and you sweat a lot, so it's good to have these. Very easy to wash, rinse, and dry. Shorts. Cargo shorts are the best here. These are some little camouflage ones. I got a collection of cargo shorts. These are really useful because again, when you're going to do a lot of traveling around, typically on a scooter or on a motorcycle, you don't want to be carrying around a backpack all the time, so you can use the cargo pockets here to store your stuff. Also make sure that the pocket's secure. You want to be able to make sure that your pockets are secure so your stuff doesn't fall out in the road or you don't get your pocket picked. And also, the front pockets. Make sure your front pockets are deep. See, these pockets on these shorts actually aren't deep enough. Because again, when you're riding the bike, stuff can slide out of you, stuff can fall out of you. So you want deep front pockets. You want, securable side pockets and securable rear pockets. Everybody, they talk about pickpockets. I think they're called pockpots. Pickpockets, poke. Anyways, but I haven't encountered that, but then again, I haven't been in Cebu and I haven't been wandering around in Manila, two places that I'm trying to avoid at all costs. I also brought some long pants, blue jeans. I don't see myself wearing these blue jeans. I think these are going to be donated to some local Filipinos in need. It's just too hot for them. I do have a couple pairs of dress khakis, which are useful again if you're going to have to dress up for something, some occasion. So that's good to have. Socks. As you can see, can you see these? Here, pan up a little, get a little close up on my sock collection. Okay, so I Balikbayan all these socks. I'm not going to be wearing all these socks. A lot of these socks are going to be thrown out. A lot of these socks aren't going to be worn. Or they're going to be turned into, the white ones will be turned into sock puppets. Because during brownouts and sometimes when it's raining, typhoon and whatnot, rainy season, you get bored, so you can make some sock puppets. Also make sure to bring a Sharpie for your sock puppets, to make your sock puppets. That's important. So again, this is something that I probably would have brought a lot of. The long pants, the jeans, 3 pairs of blue jeans. I'm not going to wear those. Okay, moving on. I brought 1 pair of my pajama bottoms. These right here are Simpsons. It's got Homer Simpson on it. I don't think I'm going to be wearing this much. Again, unless it gets really cold or cool or something, I'm not going to be wearing these around. It's a bathing suit, an extra bathing suit. Again, this doesn't have side cargo pockets. The best thing that I've discovered, and I've only been here a short period of time, I've only been here for 2 months, is actually bathing suits. Yeah, just stay right, keep it right on there. Bathing suits with cargo pockets. This right here. These right here are awesome because they dry quickly. You don't mind if they get wet. You don't have to worry about them. Again, just make sure the side pockets seal and your front pockets are deep. I'd actually get a bunch of these wherever you're coming from. You can find them here sometimes, but again, sizing, if you're a big guy, can be a little difficult. So I recommend making sure you bring those. Underwear, yeah, you need your underwear. I haven't been here when it's really brutally hot yet. Some people argue between boxers and briefs and different types of drying and all this stuff. I don't know. We'll find out. Speaking of that, When I was coming here, I was asking guys what I should bring, and one of the guys mentioned that I should bring a lot of antifungal stuff, and I laughed at that because I've never had problems with any fungus among us. And about 2 weeks ago, I got a little bit of a fungal thing going on. Luckily, you can buy some really strong antifungal over the counter here. You don't need a prescription for a lot of medications as long as they're not prescription painkillers. So you can get that over the counter. But yeah, if you got tenactin, if you got any of that antifungal stuff, you might want to bring that on your Balikbayan. Poncho. This is actually a hiking poncho that I got from Campmore in the U.S. And it's basically just a poncho. And this is going to be kept in the luggage box on my motorcycle. It packs up really small, so it'll fit in there no problem. This is something that you definitely need. It's hard to find really good quality stuff. Here in the Philippines, you're going to see a lot of Chinese goods, a lot of Chinese goods. As a matter of fact, there's this company called Unitop that is all Chinese consumer electronics, consumer goods. Some of the quality is pretty good, but some of it's kind of sketchy. Again, if you're going to have a poncho, get a good poncho because you don't want your poncho leaking. I also brought a marmot raincoat. I plan on doing some hiking, so I'm probably going to need this at some point. In the Philippines, when you're riding on a motorcycle, you actually wear this backwards. And I thought it was kind of ridiculous at first, but it makes perfect sense because there's no zipper on the front and it keeps you a lot drier by wearing it backwards. I also brought a hat. Michelle's kind of stolen this hat, which is cool because when I wear it, I kind of look like a giant baby. So she has usurped this hat. Having a sun hat, having some sun protection again is very important here. And we'll talk about sunscreen a little bit later, but if I forget, we'll talk about it right now. You can get sunscreen here, but it's more expensive than in the U.S. So bring lots of sunscreen because you're going to need it. Long sleeve shirts, hats, sunglasses. Actually, don't buy sunglasses because you can get sunglasses here dirt cheap from the street vendors, and they're just as good as regular glasses. And if they break, you've only spent $2. The one thing you might want to worry about, though, is adequate UV protection on the sunglasses here. The ones that you're getting, the Chinese ones, might not have an adequate level of UV protection, so you might be frying your eyeballs. And again, you haven't experienced the sun until you've been down here in the Philippines. It is brutal. So that's basically it for clothes. I'm going to be going through the Balikbayan boxes and talking about some other stuff that I brought, another exciting video. But again, t-shirts, very important, especially if you're a big guy. Long sleeve t-shirts, yes. Long pants, jeans, no, not really, unless you're going up to live in Baguio or one of these, 6,000 meter elevation places. Cargo shorts and cargo bathing suits are incredibly important to have here, crucial. Socks, yeah, you can have my sock collection. Just send me your address and I'll send them to you. Tank tops, useful, and underwear. I'll get back to you in another exciting video of what's better during the hot season, which is coming up in about 2 weeks, a month, somewhere thereabouts, on what's better, boxers or briefs in the Philippines and the tropical country. Get back.